Here, Christian Combs. This was before he found out that his dad wasn't going to be home. He is dancing because he know he ain't got no talent. Hey, now his non-talent having ass can just continue to get his allowance from his dad. Everybody is using everybody. To me, this deserves a 20-year sentence. You know, like if Trump can be in office and literally be pressing buttons to bomb all of us, P. Diddy can spread a little bit of baby oil and man semen on his nipples. It is what it is, okay?
All I'm gonna say was coming.
Welcome to the That's Scary with Melanie P podcast. I'm your host, Melanie P, and we're here to have a conversation. Listen, Diddy is free. Well, he's not free, but he low-key free. He better off than he was when this whole case started. He has been convicted on 2 of the lowest of the 5 charges and acquitted of the worst and the gruesome charges. Let's talk about what's going on. So count 1, racketeering and conspiracy, not guilty. Count 2, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion for Cassie Ventura, not guilty. Count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution from Cassie Ventura, guilty. Count 4, sex trafficking by fraud or coercion from Jane Doe, aka we all know who Jane Doe is, so that's crazy that you're calling yourself Jane Doe, not guilty. And count 5, transportation to engage in prostitution from Jane Doe, aka 50 Cent Baby Mama, aka we know who it is, guilty. Now, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about this, and then we're gonna get into some of the celebrities' thoughts and opinions on this. Now, keep in mind, I'm just coming from dinner, okay? And so I've had a few cocktails and some great food, so it is what it is. How do I feel about this? I'm very happy. I don't care. Call me, pick me, call me whatever. I don't care. I'm glad to see this man have another chance. I'm praying that he takes this next chance after his sentencing in October. And I'm praying that he uses this as an opportunity to stop being a whatever he's been and take this second chance that the ancestors have given him, flourish, pay it back, pay it back. That's my thing. Instead of take that, pay it back, pay it back, pay it back. Period. We ain't doing no more take back. We ain't doing no more take that, honey. Take that ain't work for you. We're doing give back, okay? So at the end of the day, I am actually ecstatic with this. I really wish he would have got off on all 5 counts. I don't care what you say. My opinion, not yours. We're all entitled to our opinions, and that's how I'm feeling. Now, it's kind of crazy to me how anything that Jane Doe said could have had any validity. It's kind of strange to me that Jane Doe, hook her ass, Jane Doe, you know, girl, you was just there for a check. Like, you are the pick me at the end of the day. But it's crazy how anything that you said could have gotten this man charged on anything. So at the end of the day, one thing I do remember about Jane Doe is that allegedly Diddy is paying your rent, your mortgage of where you stay, child. So you about to be back on them streets, getting another black man locked up, period, point blank. So hopefully you black niggas, you black men, learn from this. Like, here's what I don't want, but I can see this happening because this is not a new story. Like, I feel like on every episode like this, it is the same shit over and over and over and over again. It's the same story. It's the same trial over and over again, and people do not learn. So I'm hoping that people learn from this. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Now, I want to get into some of these celebrity thought processes on this case. So let's go over to, let me find it. So before I go into what the celebrities are saying, let's read where we're at. So after a marathon, 2 months and mountains of evidence, Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Love, has been convicted of 2 of the least serious charges he faced and cleared of the most grim. The rapper 55 faces up to 20 years in prison after being found guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution for his treatment of ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura and Jane Doe, a woman so traumatized she could use a Like, what the fuck is that? Throughout. He was found not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, the top charge, and sex trafficking, the most crucial. Combs put his head in his hands and dropped to his knees when not guilty was announced for racketeering, conspiracy charge, and he did a subtle fist pump when not guilty was announced for the second of the 2 sex trafficking charges. He turned to his family and mouthed, I'm going home, when the verdict was read. Diddy's supporters erupted in cheers, and his family left Manhattan court smiling after the rapper was handed the best possible verdict besides a full acquittal. Prosecutor Maureen Comey said the government will seek a 20-year maximum for Combs, whereas his defense will fight for less and have requested he be freed on a $1 million bond while awaiting the sentence. Now, you know, that's where we are with this. He is supposed to be, so here's the thing. The goal was for him to be able to walk out those government doors today around 2 or 3 o'clock p.m. However, the judge did not see fit to let him out on bail. They felt as though even his lawyer said that he was a violent man in their closing arguments and that he needed to be basically detained and still behind bars until October. Now, for me, October, child, I feel like it's October 3rd. Now, my birthday is September 30th. So why y'all had to put me up in there? Okay. October is a long time away to sit in jail and eat that nasty ass food and have them flip-flops on, honey, and be scared to drop the soap. Maybe he's happy to drop the soap, as we've heard. June 1st is today, right? Or tomorrow or yesterday. July, August, September. So he has 3 months, little under 90 days to remain behind bars. I don't care what you say. I am praying that this man is able to leave on October 3rd, go back to them twins, go back to them sons, go back to that little baby, and get a do-over, period, point blank. Now, here's the thing that I found very interesting, and that was a lot of the celebrities are on Diddy's side, and they're not being hush about it. Now, y'all niggas was real hush whenever it came to give him a word of encouragement. Y'all niggas was real hush when it came time to, you know, talk to him, be there for his kids. But now that he's got the second best possible outcome, now y'all coming out the woodworks in support. Let's look at what I'm talking about here. Let's look at some of the celebrities' thought processes on this sentencing. So Funk Flex states, I think Cassie has been through a lot, especially at a young age. She is such a nice person and always gave off good energy. I really hope her and her family overcome all of the pain they're going through. The entertainment business is a dangerous environment that everyone is not built for. I do think you and your lawyer should give it a rest. You threatened to drop a book, then got paid out to not drop the book. If you cared so much to get your message out, you would have dropped the book. I get it. It's a case. You had to testify. Your 30 mil is up and 10 mil up from a hotel. You planned this lick. Please don't be mad at me, but I don't see you as a victim. I don't see you as a victim. You was young. Diddy made bad choices and you made bad choices. When do you plan to teach girls not to make the same mistakes you made? Just my opinion now. Listen, Funk Flex. This is what I've been saying on my channel. Okay, I feel very bad for, the things that Cassie went through that was not, I suppose, in what she wanted to go through. However, girl, we would not even know you or be talking about you if you wasn't aligned with Diddy. So at the end of the day, you got some shit out of this. You got millions. At the end of the day, if it was about you being a victim and if it was about you getting the message out, why did you try to get this man to pay you to not put a book out? If you're so afraid, because peep this, I'm fast forwarding through to this, but one of the reasons why Diddy is not at his house today is because Cassie and her lawyer wrote a letter to the judge saying that they were in fear of their lives if they let Diddy out. If you're so in fear of your life, if you think this man being out after he's been in jail for close to a year is so dangerous to you, why were you contacting him all after he done beat your ass down to the hotel? If he was such a danger to you, why did you try to blackmail him low key and have him pay you to not put out this book? If he's such a danger to you, why were you still wanting to have sex with this man all after the fact? Listen, I'm not victim shaming. I'm just putting out the facts here. You can't, it's just too much. And you know, here's the thing. Hindsight is 2020. And, you know, I've never been in no kind of domestic violence situation for the most part. So I don't know what it's like to be in that situation. However, I could feel confident if a nigga was beating my ass and making me do freak offs and putting other man's cum on me and on him and having lesions in my throat from sucking so much DICK, I'm not going back. I feel like I wouldn't go back. And if I make a choice to go back, if I make a choice to send text messages to say, hey, I want to freak off, it's my birthday, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Look at me, I'm a victim, but give me that freak off. It's my birthday, give me that freak off. It's New Year's Eve, I'm texting you, I want that freak off. We ain't even in the same state, baby, but I want that freak off. So at the end of the day, pick a lane and stay in it. It is what it is. So let's go and look at some other people. Kesha says, Cassie, I believe you. I love you. Your strength is a beacon for every survivor. Kesha, where have you been? Okay. Lunel says SMMFH. So ladies, we're dead in the water. People are cheering for this nasty man. Nobody, and I mean nobody, cares about what men do to women. It's sad AF to me. All his enablers and helpers, they just get to skip away scot-free. Hurry, run and get your baby oil and let the freak offs begin. Listen, Miss Lunel, you know, I don't know. I don't have a PhD in therapy or whatever the case might be. I am a certified life coach, however. Choices were made on both sides. Choices were made on both sides. Cassie is definitely a victim. We all saw the tape. She got her ass beat up and down a hotel space. You know, even after the fact, she was still reaching out to Diddy. Even after she got her ass beat, you know what I'm saying? There were certain perks that Cassie got from being aligned with Diddy. There were certain expectations that she had on probably lowering herself to do dirty, nasty things in the hopes that her career would, you know, would really escalate. I mean, let's be real. Cassie don't have a lot of talent. Cassie's a great dancer. She can whisper on a track better than nobody's business. But at the end of the day, her alignment with Diddy is what really got her name out there. And her alignment with Diddy and the money that she's gotten from aligning herself with Diddy is literally what is paying her bills now, her husband's bills now. She would not have met her husband if it wasn't for Diddy. You know, I hate to say that, but it just is what it is. I want to also go to, now you see here, Christian Combs. This was before he found out that his dad wasn't going to be home. He out there dancing and doing push-ups because his dad is allegedly coming home. Here's the thing. Here's my honest opinion about that. He is dancing because he ain't got no talent. Okay? Like, listen, these are my thoughts. It does not make it right. Like, Christian Combs, we only know him because of Diddy. Cassie, we only know her because of Diddy. And at the end of the day, he's grateful at the fact that, okay, now his non-talent having ass can just continue to get his allowance from his dad. Like, everybody is using everybody. Can I say it again for the people in the back? Everybody is using everybody. His dad is using him. Cassie's using him. He's using his son to stay young. He's using Cassie to do whatever you know what I'm saying? It's just a really sick what Funk Master Flex said about this entertainment business being such a sick thing is very true. It's almost like people have to sell their souls to the devil in order to be famous, and I'm just not with that. This is Diddy's mom in spirits as she blows kisses to the court attendees and thanks them. Diddy's mom with her infamous yellow wig with her black roots. She out there kissing the crowd, child. Everybody is happy that they can now leech onto Diddy. Like, Diddy is not no innocent man. We all know that. But part of the reason why a lot of his family is out there, we love Diddy. We're, this is my son, this is my dad, whatever. But if him behind bars means that nobody ain't got no money, nobody is not growing money and not growing, stability. And that's the thing. Like, this is a clusterfuck of people using each other at the end of the day. Now, here we have our good friend Armand Wiggins. More oil. He got on up. Oh my God. Now this right here, to me, this deserves a 20-year sentence. Okay? This deserves a 20-year sentence, honey. Like, now, Armand, you get a pass because I love you down and I would love to meet you and hang out with you in person, and I will one day. But you people out here with these top hats on and your boobs exposed and your wigs falling off, it's just like, girl, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm sorry. I feel like we have a right to celebrate. Like, if Trump can be in office and literally be pressing buttons to bomb all of us, P. Diddy can spread a little bit of baby oil and man semen on his nipples. It is what it is, okay? Moving right along, I want to go over... Now, let's go over to Cassie Ventura's lawyer, okay, Cassie? Girl, everything that you're wearing is financed by Diddy, okay? I'm not going to read this whole thing. You can read it, but it is what it is. I just want to show you, basically... This is basically saying that... they don't want Diddy out, period, point blank, and that's why he is still behind bars. I'm gonna be honest with you, and maybe this is me being a pick-me. Maybe this is me being disloyal. I really feel like it takes some balls. Let's go back to Cassie. I really don't know how somebody can take from this man and be okay with a man that you spent all of these years with staying behind bars. Like, maybe I'm tripping because I ain't really been through it, but it all wasn't bad times. And I feel like what I'm saying is probably awful, but it all wasn't bad times. So the clothes on your back, the food on your plate, your husband, your lifestyle truly is all something that would not have happened in the way that it happened if it wasn't for your alignment and your connection with Diddy. I don't think you would have been in that movie if it wasn't for Diddy. I don't think that you would have the songs that you had after Diddy if it wasn't for Diddy. Now, some could argue that you may have had a better life. I don't know, because at the end of the day, does Cassie really have the talent that she thinks she has? Maybe some could argue that she would have really went far, but some people could argue that she could have been like all the other one-hit wonders who came out with a great whisper song and a great dance song, and then they're in the graveyard of one-hit wonders. So at the end of the day, it makes me wonder, a man that you wanted his time, a man that you said that you loved, a man that you know, wanted to spend holidays with and all these things, and you were with the freak offs with this man. And you know, here's the thing, and I gotta say this because, you know, a lot of my friends do not agree with some of my sentiments about this case, but unless you have really looked into this case, looked into the evidence, looked into both Cassie and Diddy, not just what you see, but if you actually have read the contents of this case and the accusations, you will see so much stuff to where Cassie was with it happily. You will see some of the male prostitutes saying that she was with it, and some could argue, like, people could argue, I'm not arguing with nobody, child, not in 2025 or beyond. At the end of the day.
Hi, Gina, how you doing? Hi. I have a quick question for you. Do you think Diddy's gonna win this trial? You don't know? Okay. I've been hearing a lot of stories. Everybody been hearing like maybe you were kidnapped or like something like crazy. Like we're just hearing a lot of stuff. Is there anything you can clear up or anything like that?
No, I'm safe. I'm not kidnapped.
Real quick, before you go, this is what I want to know. If Diddy does win this trial, do you think your life will be threatened in any kind of way?
No.
You don't think so? You think everything will be safe? Because the girl Aubrey O'Day, she said that if Diddy wins, she's gonna leave the country.
I mean, he never did anything dangerous to me. I'm not scared.
You're not scared? Okay, well, I appreciate that. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Okay.
Oh, she was nice about that. Like, she could have really been a jerk, but she was really nice about that. She don't sound, you know. I'm glad that she told the truth, that she didn't just jump on the bandwagon. I'm glad that she out there getting her groceries and she is problem free, and she just in her little BMW getting her little carrots and fruit. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? She said Diddy ain't never did nothing to her. She's smart, because at the end of the day, he not gonna be in jail forever, and it's about the long game, not the short game. And Aubrey O'Day, girl, you ain't going nowhere. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Like, again, I'm not saying that Diddy is some innocent person, but I'm also saying that some of these people who call themselves victims are not innocent people either. At any rate, guys, listen, those are my thoughts on Diddy case. At the end of the day, the next thing that we have to look out for is October 3rd, his sentencing. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think his sentencing will be on October 3rd. Drop a comment below. Let's have a conversation, and I will see you on the next episode.